Welcome to the Courtroom, Chronicles, Trials of South Africa. I hope you're rested, guys. Some people are resting today. It's a Sunday. Yesterday, it was Sabbath for me. I was resting, so I hope you also are resting. Today, I've titled this video, The Post-Trial Shenanigans. What's going to happen next? And I need us to talk about this. I need us to talk about four things. The first one, what happens to the accused now? And secondly, the community justice. I need us to talk about that. I also need us to talk about sentencing and past criminal offenses. I need us, the last one, to talk about the case. Is it still open? Is it closed? What is going to happen? So the first one, we've seen the verdict. It's not the end, not for the community, not for Joshlin, not for us, because we still don't have answers. A lot of you have told me in the comment section, we still can't sleep. Yes, we got some relief, but where is this child? We want to know where she is. Is she well? Is she doing okay? What happened to her? We still need answers. So that is why the case is still wide open, ladies and gentlemen. So let us talk about that. The verdict, the judge has to look, we got the guilty verdict. So now the judge has to look at the criminal history of the accused, the behavior during the trial, how they were behaving, because don't think he wasn't looking, he was. And did anyone show remorse between the three? This one, I'm throwing it back to you again. Did you see anyone showing remorse? I've seen Ukeli crying a few times. Even after the sentencing, I've seen tears. So I don't know, was that an act or she was really feeling it? We don't know. Only Ukeli can tell us, but she's chosen silence, so we don't know. So let us talk about also Laurentia Lombard, our Section 204 witness. What is going to happen to her? There are people who know and have been dealing with this for much longer than I have. And someone has advised me that no, she's not off the hook. Yes, the Section 201 witness deal is that if you tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth, you might get off the hook. But if there are some things that you omitted and you didn't tell, you lied a little bit, then you might also be convicted with the others. Maybe you can get a lesser sentence, a less harsh punishment, but you are still going to be punished. So where she's concerned, if we're breaking it into the 5-year-old style of Courtroom Chronicles, we are going to say, if you tell the truth and help the court, you might not be punished. But if you lie and leave out some stuff, immunity goes bye-bye. And prosecution steps in. Her fate still hangs in balance, guys. We don't know. So it still hangs in balance. Let us get to the second thing now. The community justice. Kelly Smith house being burnt. We've seen this outside the courtroom. People's emotions were high, guys. People still wanted to know, where is Joshlin Smith? We don't have answers. Yes, the judge said they are all guilty, but we still need answers. So some people took the law into their hands. This is not justice. I know we call it mob justice, but according to the law, we live in a digital era now, guys. People have phones, and someone was recording when that house was lit. Maybe they were recording for content, but if you are seen in that video, it's evidence. Remember, we talk about unreasonable doubt. And now, remember now, you as a citizen, you are angry, you act, and now you go to the same place where Kelly Smith has gone. Let me tell you let me personalize this a little bit for you, ladies and gentlemen. Years ago, I think it was 2014, or if not 15, upon coming at home, I was from church, it was winter, it was a bit dark now. When I was about to get into the yard, this guy comes and he just holds me by my arm. And I looked at him. I knew immediately what he wanted. And I just took my bag and I tried to throw it into a neighbor's yard. And I started screaming her name. I screamed her name, and people came out and they ran after the guy. They caught him, and you know what the mob justice does. And then they started beating him, and thank God he was not unalived. But he looked like someone who got a little bit of hiding from the community. And do you know what he did? He went straight to the police station. He opened up a case against the community. He said to his parents when they came with him, this boy was trying to help you out. You were being marked by other people. He came and tried to help you, but in return, now you said it's him, and the community is the one who did this to him. They went and opened a case, and something said to me, you should also go and open a case. But at the time, it was unknown to me. Went there and opened up a case, and I was told he was just here. And it was me against him and him against the community. And now the police told me I have to tell them which community members came there. Imagine, guys, I'm the one who was robbed, who the guy was attempting to rob me. I'm the victim here. But now I was now supposed to point out other people to tell them who actually did this to this guy. We went to court. It was long. It was my first time going to court, and it was a back and forth. It was emotionally exhausting. So what I'm trying to say is, I understand 110% why the community is livid. I understand the frustration and the anger. But now, if you take the law into your own hands, you might find yourself in the same place where Joshlin Smith has been put in. Why am I saying this? Because someone already has been apprehended for this. A lady has been called in for questioning because there's a video. And I'm thinking, in that video, the lady shows. Now she must account, what were you doing there? Because already the shack is burning. And what have you done? So this is what I'm saying to the community. We live in a digital era. People are taking photos and videos. You might find yourself in the wrong time, in the wrong place. So please, before we take the law into our own hands, please, let's think about these type of things. So it's not the way to go, guys. Burning houses, people feel threatened. Remember, these people have families. They are probably scared too of the community. So now imagine you are locked up for arson, for assault, and more. And justice, let's remember, justice happens in court, not on the streets. Yes, we might say there are a lot of people who were beaten up, that we unalived on the streets, and our communities are better, but that is not the way to go. So yes, some people may beg to differ, I understand. But this is my stance, a personal stance. So yeah, that is what happened. Let's get to the sentencing and Ubuda and Steffi's past offenses. We heard about the first one. It was Joshlin Apollos Ubuda, the boyfriend of Kelly Smith. There was an offense of theft that he committed. Advocate Swanepoel read that to us. We heard it. Then, guys, he went into Stefano. Remember, guys, when you sentence someone, it's not like Lotto. You don't close your eyes and say, 55 years, life, and then you guess and then you do it. There are things you need to consider as a judge. So you look at past criminal records. And Mr. Stefano van Rijn, he has quite a history, guys. I'm going to read it to you right now. So here is what was read in court. Ms. Swanepoel said, on the 3rd of October 2014, he was convicted of 2 counts of robbery committed on the 17th of March 2014. He received a 24 months imprisonment, suspended for 3 years plus 12 months correctional supervision. He was declared unfit to possess a firearm. Even Joshlin Apollos, ladies and gentlemen, we heard that he also was it was said he was declared unfit to possess a firearm because he had a theft past offense. And this was the first one for Stefano van Rijn. It's that one of robbery. The second one, they said on the 17th of January, another robbery conviction for a crime he committed on the 23rd of October 2016. Guys, he received 2 years of imprisonment. The next one, it was on the 28th of March 2018, convicted for possession of drugs. So the fine was 100 rand or 5 days imprisonment. Hey, I thought she would stop. She kept on reading. Then on the 9th of December 2020, he was convicted of housebreaking with intent to steal, committed in October 2020. He was sentenced to 24 months imprisonment. He was released on parole in June 2021. But he violated the parole and he was readmitted on the 28th of October 2021 to serve 7 more days. Do you hear that? He has quite a history, and that was read to him. This took me back to the conversation that Gayton McKenzie said on his video that is here on YouTube. That I was just telling the people what he said, and someone said I'm wasting their time. Okay, let's not get into that. So guys, I went back, ladies and gentlemen. I'll get used to saying ladies and gentlemen. I'm trying to avoid the guys part because I'm used to saying so, guys. So ladies and gentlemen, I was taken aback to that conversation that Mr. Gayton McKenzie said he had with Stefano, that he's not a soldier of these gangs that are inside. He is just at the door, at the gate. He said, according to ranks, as Mr. Gayton McKenzie, he was someone who's in authority speaking to someone on a lower level than him. So in my mind, I said to myself, so the guy has been to jail before. Now that they were reading his offenses, then that conversation with Gayton McKenzie and him came back into my mind. That, there it is. This guy is an offender and a repeat offender. So that is why you get some people, you might have done the same thing, but you get a harsher sentencing because you've got so many things that you've been doing. This says to a judge, this person is likely to do more. Now he's been found guilty of kidnapping and human trafficking, but he's got house robbery, he's got robbery, he was found with drugs. He considers all of that. So when he's sentencing, the judge will look at that. Did they look remorseful and all of those things? So he saw that we saw, and the judge asked Mr. van Rijn if he acknowledges all these convictions, and he said he did. Then he signed. What does this show? It shows a pattern. And for me personally, it said to me, it is better to go and report something, even if you think it's minor. If it's a crime, it's a crime. It might work later on, because we see here, if someone didn't report all these things about Stefano van Rijn, we wouldn't know of all these criminal records. So now that this big thing has happened, I'm not saying those ones were minor, but everything else now is reawakened. They have to consider all that you have done. For me personally, I've learned the importance of reporting offenses, because you might think something is small. It goes a long way. Someone in the family rapes a child and you try to hide it as a family. Then he does something even more bigger. Then you will regret why you didn't report that thing. So for me, that's what happened. That's what I saw. In legal terms, it has its own name, and it tells the court that this person is likely to re-offend unless dealt with firmly. So the law has to be firm on his case, because he's likely to do more. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you're wondering why some people get harsher sentences, this is it. The last issue I want us to talk about is this case still open? Yes, it is still open. Joshlin Smith is still missing. Let's not forget the core of the tragedy of all of this is that we don't know where Joshlin is. She's still missing, and that hasn't changed. We don't know whether Umagalima, because from the comments I've heard that she is Ayanda's sister. I don't know how true is that, but I've heard that from the comment section. And Ayanda has been mentioned in this quite a few times. We don't know whether they'll read them out and say we can't go down alone. There are more, because Outrage had said that maybe more witnesses will be asked to come forth. We don't know. So maybe they might break their silence and decide to talk. The ball is in their court, all the three accused. So the case is not closed, guys. Ladies and gentlemen, even though convictions were made, the police confirmed that the search is still active. They're not only going to search around South Africa, but globally. They will follow leads, and that's the painful part. We still don't know all the answers. And until we do, justice isn't complete. Yes, the three were found guilty. We are waiting for sentencing, but we still don't know where Joshlin Smith is. So we will be here for the sentencing on the 9th of May. Until then, let's stay informed. Let's stay respectful, guys. I appreciate the people who have different ideas and different opinions to mine, and they say it in a very respectable manner. I really appreciate and respect people like that. And there are just ones who are plain rude. You won't get a response from me. You won't. I've decided that's what I'm going to do. And the main person, it's Joshlin Smith. Let's keep her name alive until we know what happened to her or where she is. If this case moved you, please share, subscribe, like, hit that notification button, and let's keep pushing for the whole truth. Yeah, nothing but the truth. It's all about Joshlin Smith. Nothing else. It's not about you, me, and these other people who have been accused, Yes, we are touched, we are angry, we want answers, but please, let's be careful with our actions and everything that we say and do. And until next time, God bless you. Thank you for watching, and yes, enjoy your Sunday. Thank you.